feels like this offense needed a jolt, and it feels like the only guy capable of delivering the kind of jolt that this offense might have needed was the guy who did it. What's Adolis' potential?
Well, we have a few guys that can, but he certainly is one of those guys. We've seen him so many times come through in a big way in that moment, and he's the guy you want up there. I got to start with Smitty's at bat. What a great at bat! He just missed a home run there, and then goes the other way for a double, to set that up. But yeah, Dolly, he's been taking some good swings. He's hit some balls hard right at him. 110 today, up the middle. So we had the right guy up there, and he had a good swing, and we needed it because we've gotten some really good pitching. It's been tough not to get a win in one of these games the way our guys have been doing, and so a huge home run.
When I say the only guy capable, I'm talking more along the lines of he's your emotional heartbeat, right? And when he does it with a little bit more panache than other guys.
Yeah, he does.
Does that add something, you think, adrenaline-wise for this club going into tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so. You hope so. He does. He plays with passion, emotion, and that's who he is. And he's just been terrific. You could see a difference this spring. He just upbeat, and he's had some tough luck with the hitting part, but he's not letting it bother him. Last year, I think he let that bother him a little bit, but keeps going out there and throwing out good at bats.
All right. All that said, what do you need to do better starting tomorrow to make this an extended run, to get the offense out of the stretch it's been?
Yeah. Again, just have a little better discipline. We did some chasing again, but we did see, some really good pitching again today, and they're making quality pitches with 2 strikes. And I thought we had some good swings early in the game, but they were quick outs. But we did make good hard contact, and then that kind of got away from us and couldn't get much going there. But Higgy, good day by him, but it was tough sledding for most of the day, no getting around it, and now we just got to get consistent throughout this order.
Do you think that your guys need to be more patient at the plate? Is that what you would like to see from them?
Well, there's a fine line. You wouldn't be, I guess, aggressive, yeah, but at the same time, try to get a good pitch to hit, keep it simple, and maybe get a little better in some cases with a 2-strike approach. But when you face good pitching, you got your work cut out with 2 strikes. They have some weapons out there, and I said last night, it's not easy. I know you think it is, but when you're seeing velocity out there with nasty splits and curveballs, it's a tough job.
And can you also, I guess, speak to your pitching? Nate obviously was Nate, and then Garcia and Webb coming in behind, keep it close there.
What a job. I thought the baseball gods were going to get us. We did not let Nate know that we were playing behind the runner. He didn't know, so, that's not on him. It's on us, and it looked like that was going to be the difference in the game. Next ball's the ground rule double. He wouldn't have scored, but great job he did. And then, of course, the bullpen. Webby, 2 solid innings. He's just been terrific. This bullpen has really stepped up and pitched it in a really great way in how they're picking up guys up, pitching high leverage situations. It's been a different guy, it seems like, every day, so that's what it's going to take.
Boch, this one has heavy weight to it. You passed Dusty Baker as the 7th most wins from an MLB manager in history. What does this one mean to you?
Yeah, I talked about it yesterday. With a game like that, I'm not thinking about anything like that. I think I told you how much I think of Dusty, and love the battles we had and my conversations with him. Just a terrific human, along with being a great baseball man. So, it's an honor. It is, to be in the same area that he was in or finished up in, because he had a tremendous career. I said both as a manager and a player. So, it's pretty cool.
Hey, just last thing to go back to this. I know it's still early in the season, and we say that over and over. But you needed this, right? And you needed something that will get this offense started. You need to not just have a game like this. You need to build on this. Fair to say?
Well, yeah, I think it's fair to say, yeah, this offense is going to be a key to our success. You know, that's what we're, I think, built on. We have some really good hitters, some dangerous hitters, and so meanwhile you got to play good baseball, you know, to win ball games and get hits like that. And we've gotten some timely hits and win some of these tight ball games. So, yeah, and we're going to keep working here, and we'll get this offense clicking on all cylinders.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
So, you have not had the luxury of being able to, like, make mistakes. I mean, everything has been very tight while you've been in games. How does that impact your outings, Nate? How does that drive you?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the times we have scored runs, I've given it right back up. You know what I mean? And that's something that's in my control, and I got to do a better job of. I know it was, you know, a soft hit and fell in, and then I just fell behind. You know, and Freddie's one of those guys you can't really fall behind on because your mistakes he can hit. I fell behind too. I tried to do a backdoor cutter and missed middle of the plate, and he hammered it. So I've just got to do a better job in that situation and, you know, attack the hitters. And again, it was a leadoff hit from Mookie too. So we just score runs, and I need to do a better job of going out there and attacking the zone.
You guys have changed a little bit about how you hold runners, and obviously Josh isn't holding a runner there, but what kind of is that just like a situation where you're not aware that he's not holding the runner?
Yeah. You know, I feel like a lot of the times, so in Chicago when I gave up all those stolen bases, we felt like, you know, certain head movements, things like that, and I wanted to switch it up. So, yeah, I mean, it was just, I didn't hear him say anything. I don't know if he did or not. You know, Muncie we were having a good battle up there, and I was having, you know, I don't like picking off. I don't know. I don't have a problem picking off. It's the fact that he was swinging at pitches, he was swinging at fastballs up, he was swinging at curveballs down. I didn't want to have a reset in the at bat, and you know, he had taken a good splitter, and I thought that was a good time to pick off. I know it was 3-2, and you know, a lot of the times the runners will get going early, or they'll just be a little you know, hesitant to make sure that you get going towards the plate. And I thought it was a good opportunity to pick, and he just wasn't there. So.
Hey, last thing. I mean, I know you're out of the game at that point in time, but this offense has needed a jolt, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's us talking. To see that and see the reaction afterwards, and obviously the king of Ranger dramatics, Adolis delivering it. What do you feel like that potentially does for this team?
No, I think it was huge. I thought last night's game and then tonight's game, it was a really good pitching matchup. I thought that we didn't have a lot of opportunities. I thought our guys battled up there at the plate. They saw a lot of pitches. I thought it was the same thing tonight. You know, Harris had that walk, and then he hit the home run. And then, you know, Kirby in the ninth right there, it was Smitty almost had him, and then foul ball and stayed within the zone and hit it left field line. And then Dolly comes up, like you said, in the dramatic fashion as he does, and was able to get into one. And I feel like Dolly's been hitting the ball really hard. It's just the results haven't been there, right? The Rockets up the middle, and, you know, they're out. But he's been having great at-bats and piecing it together, and I think that's one of the big ones, right? Like that's I don't think we've had any come from behind hits, runs this year, and coming through right there was big for us right now. So I feel like we've been playing really good baseball. We've been playing good at home and again against the Dodgers. So tomorrow, hopefully, we can win the series.
While the offense has been scuffling, I guess you'd say, the starting pitching has been really good these last 2 weeks especially. Could you just speak to the quality of starting pitching you guys have gotten from this group of people?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like everybody's throwing the ball really well. You know, I feel like Jacob's still, you know, piecing his way back and everything, and we still haven't seen the best version of him. And, you know, Mally's been throwing the ball extremely well, and, you know, Rocker's been, you know, hit or miss, but the times that he's hit, it's been unbelievable to watch, right? And it's just piecing those together. And I feel like we've been throwing the ball well as a staff. I think that's credit to, you know, Mike, Bobby, Higgy, Jonah, everybody back there behind the scenes, making sure that we're prepared to go out there and have success. And, we've been attacking the zone really well, and I think that's the recipe you have to have as a starting rotation. You got to be able to go out there and attack the zone and pitch in and out, and that sets up the good success for the bullpen. And I think the bullpen's done an extremely good job of coming into late games, big situations, and saving runs. I mean, Hobie, my last start, bases loaded, no outs, and he comes through and gets us out of that jam. And tonight, Bert and Webb came in and slammed the door. So, I mean, without those guys.